Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. It is Live Inspired Stories of Inspiration and Transformation. And I'm really excited today because, this is inspiration transformation at the core. So a few weeks ago, I interviewed my friend Jennifer Pennington, and I was so inspired by what she explained and just her journey that we ended up corresponding, and we are now doing something super exciting. And
Yeah.
so glad that you're here.
Yeah, thank you. I am super excited to be on this new journey. Yeah.
It's going to be really, really awesome. I wanted to first just start out just digging a little deeper into the story that you told. And then, even though it's really out of my comfort zone, I'm going to get just a little vulnerable and share a little bit of my story too. So just dig a little deeper into your story of transformation that we got into last time.
Sure. Well, just to take a few minutes. So in my story basically has been I have been an athlete pretty much since I can remember. In school, I played a lot of ball. I played volleyball, basketball. I was in softball, track, that sort of thing. So I've always been pretty athletic. And then I wanted to be competitive and do something different, do something out of the box, but keep active after I had my first son. And so at that point, I did decide to compete in fitness competitions and just kind of push myself that way. From that point forward, basically, I had some ebb and flows. So I had to have surgeries throughout the midst of having children. I have three boys. And so since I've had my first son until now, I've had over 11 surgeries in total, and plus so many different other procedures in between that time. So my body has been through a lot to begin with. And not only that, it's also been to where I've been from a competitor, then down to just being able to barely function, and then going back up and trying to compete again. So it's just been a roller coaster ride. So my body and my mind in that process has been through a lot. And so I've had, major back surgery. I've had hysterectomy. I've had just so many different procedures and surgeries. And the one that really put me down was my major back surgery, because it was in the thoracic, which is a lot of your mobility piece, that movement, because it's right in the middle of your back. And so when that put me down, I was starting from scratch. I was just taking those little bit tiny baby steps just to basically get out of my bed to the bathroom, that sort of thing. And so in going through that, in all of those surgeries and all those different things I've been through, I really started thinking and trying to develop different ways of doing things, and how I could take something that I'm used to doing, something that my body was used to doing, but unable to do currently or at that time, and make those movements matter and count for something. So it was just taking those little bits and pieces. And then I applied that at home. I applied that when I eventually started getting to the gym. I just started applying those little pieces in making every movement that I was doing count. And so then in that sort of structure that was going on in my mind, I thought, well, if I'm applying that towards my workout and towards what I was looking to accomplish there, and trying to get back into the competitive mode and trying to get back into the fitness mode, I needed to retrain my brain too, because I was like way back, like, hey, I used to be able to do this and I used to be able to do that, but I had to retrain myself. So I started applying that towards the mentality of the way I was looking and approaching just even life changes and life balances, and things that were coming at me. And so then I started to think, okay, if I'm applying these movements and trying to make every movement count when it comes to my health and fitness, I also should look at that sort of thing and in doing that systematic in the mental piece of it and how I can retrain myself mentally to look at things a lot differently. So that's how it all began in making every movement count, was just having to restructure my life from start to finish.
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
I mean, that's just, it's so amazing to me that, you were at this high point, competing, super fit, super athletic, to just like such a low point where you were just in bed most of the time and hardly able to move, to,
Yeah.
just back where but in a different way. It's like really revolutionary. You've done the traditional bodybuilding method, and then
Hmm.
taken those principles and built on them, and are probably in the best shape of your life.
Yes, I have found that being able to work out in the new design that I've created and apply that has really helped me looking at everything differently, taking a step back, and applying these new functions that I have put together. So, and it actually is better for my body because it's not so hard and demanding, and I'm not applying so much weight bearing on my body like I used to, because I was in that bodybuilding mentality where it's just heavy weight, real, hard, just doing four, leg movements and then calling it a day at the gym. So yeah, just kind of going through that has really helped me, and it's really helped me develop a lot.
Yeah. Well, I just have so much admiration for, this journey that you've been on, and picking yourself up from, what to you probably felt like the very lowest you could go, being athletic your
Yeah,
whole life, not being able to
yeah.
move. And I love that. And I guess, coming from my story, I have just a little bit of a different story. There was a time, and it feels bad to say this, but there was a time when sitting next to somebody like you, who was very fit, very confident, and very beautiful, would have been intimidating to me. And I would have had this mind game going on where I would be like, Christina, you shouldn't be thinking this. Look at how nice they are. And then the other part of my brain is, but look at how fit they are, and you want this. Anyway, because I was not athletic growing up. I was a
Mm,
musician. That's kind of what I did, and love the music. But to
yeah.
me, it was just like it was one or the other.
Uh-huh.
And so I wasn't super active or athletic, and I had, for whatever reason, just a lot of body image issues. And I think that so many people, men and women, we're just bombarded with all these messages. And so there's just a lot of body image issues. And I really had that for a long time. And so, like I say, there was a point where sitting next to somebody like you would have felt intimidating, or I would have felt jealous, but then felt shame because I shouldn't feel this way. And anyways,
Right.
it's crazy, but I'm grateful for that now, because it made me realize that I had some head stuff going on that was not healthy and not what I wanted to be, because relationships are so important to me. I
Yeah.
love people. And so it made me go on a quest to get my head straight, to
Mm,
find out that I I was actually enough, and it was okay. And it was good to admire this, but just feel admiration and not feel jealousy or envy or any, the stories. The stories
mhm.
help when we're not mentally in a good space with whatever that happened to me. And for me, it was the body image. And so I have spent literally thousands of dollars on programs and things that, promised this and promised that. And it could have delivered, but because my head wasn't exactly right,
Yeah.
never did. And I always would get temporary results. I would end up feeling like I was, not pretty enough. I wasn't thin enough. I wasn't fit enough. I wasn't enough of, or strong enough, or I didn't work hard enough. Or so there was always this thing. So anyway, that's where I come in with the mindset, I guess, exercise, from being at a really low point to the mind exercise, to the place where it's so nice for me to see where I've been and be now where I can look and I can just truly love people for who they are and where they are, and this mental chatter doesn't come into it. So I have really embraced that mental mindset. And I will say that since we spoke on the interview a few weeks ago, and I just want everybody to know this, I've been doing a program that Jenn developed for me, and I'm starting to see some changes in my body. I've had 4 kids. I'm almost 50. I mean, like there's stuff that just happens. And I feel really, really good. I think that's what I love the most is I actually physically feel really good and seeing the little changes. And I love that it's sustainable. Like I really feel like this is sustainable. Some of the other programs that I've been on in the past have not been sustainable for the long haul. Like they just weren't.
Yeah. And to go back to what you were saying, I think just about everyone that I know, if not everyone that I know, has been through the things that you just stated, how you were thinking and how you were feeling, and the emotional roller coaster and the not feeling good enough. I mean, I've been there. I know I've been there. I've been there plenty of times just because I've had to start all over again so many times. And there's always that doubt that creeps in, and there's always that. So that's what's so nice about the development of what we have been working so hard on and that we're putting together. It's because it's encompassing all of that. And then also you spending so much money on something. I mean, yeah, we do. We go to, these nutritional stores or these health food stores, and we're just packing on, as much as we can. But also, the best part of what I value what you said is the concept that I came up with as a backronym, but it's LOVE, LUV, and it's listen, understand, and validate. So you listen to yourself. You understood what was going on in your brain and how you were needing to really rein that in and be better for yourself. And then you understood what you needed to do to get there, and you validated yourself that you were getting there, that you were doing what you're supposed to be doing. And that is what I commend you for, because you love yourself. And that is a good portion of what the development of Make Every Movement Count is about. So good job.
Thank you so much, Jennifer.
Yeah.
We're going to talk more about LUV love in just a few minutes, but I think it's time for our big announcement. Like we've kind of told the stories. You ready? Do you want to say it?
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. So Christina and I, we partnered together, and we have a business. It's called Make Every Movement Count. And we have a great mission. We have great stories. And so we are super excited for this to launch on January 2nd, 2021. And so go ahead, tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah, so it's really just a meeting of our minds and our experience, and Jenn has just had such great success with this program, and then putting it into an actual program, something that is repeatable for people so that they can have the same kind of benefit. And I love that this ties in the love, LUV, listen, understand, validate, so much of the mental piece as well as the physical piece. And I'm just going to read our mission statement here. Make Every Movement Count, or MEMC, is all about your personal transformation, making everyday movements count. We believe in finding balance in your life by honoring yourself, learning how to make your movements optimized and efficient, finding what works best for you. And this is my favorite part, making progress every day towards your goals. And just having this mission in my mind over the last few weeks, like I have consistently had 10,000 steps every day, every single day. and I'm trying to increase it every day. But just by having this mentality has just improved my life in that very small way, in
Good.
just those
That's,
steps in.
yeah.
So some of the really cool things that Jenn has developed as far as these backronyms. I love these bacronyms so much. So our motto actually is another acronym. It's MODL. Will you talk about that just a little bit, Jenn?
Yeah, so I came up with a model MODL, and it stands for modifying our daily lives. And so I thought that it's so important to have like these little backronyms in order to remind us every day, because sometimes it's easy to just keep things in our lives just going the same way, the same direction, just pattern it completely the same. But I think it's really important to keep in mind that if we are modeling ourselves to think differently, to do things differently, and to keep a daily reminder of that, just modifying our daily life. How can we move differently? How can we take, standing at the bathroom counter while you're brushing your teeth and doing a few leg lifts, or just some side leg lifts, or as you're, doing some dishes, popping a little couple squats in there, something like that. Just modifying little things in your life daily, whether it be through movement, whether it be through something in your business, whether it be through something that you would like to change in the mentality of the way you're looking at things, to try to do whatever you can. But that's what model is about. It's just learning that there's different ways to modify our daily life. Yeah.
Awesome. So cool. We've got a lot of comments coming in. So if you are interested in being a part of the elite group that's going to start, or you early adopters, you visionaries, people that are like, yes, this is for me. In the description of this video, there is a link to a form that will put you on a list so you'll receive an invitation. There's like absolutely no commitment, nothing here. It's just to get you on the list so that we can send you an invitation and get you any additional information. So you can definitely do that. I want to just talk about the other backronym, the MOVE backronym, which is really just the backbone of the entire program. And MOVE, MOVE, stands for mobility, optimize, volume, and endurance. So this program actually covers the whole gamut.
Yep.
I can hardly move and I want to just gain mobility so that I can move up, to I've been on a stage, I'm in competition, and I want to just up my game even more. So it's the entire spectrum.
Yeah. It's the entire spectrum that we have all, at least I can't say all, but a lot of us have been through. So, whether you've had surgeries, whether you've had an illness or still have an illness, whether it's something that you are just learning and wanting to do, just starting off. So there are so many different levels for your own progression and for your own transformation. And that's where we're here to help you. We're here to help you not only transform your body, but we're also here to help you work on transforming the mentality, the mental piece of it, the mind. And Christina's going to be just beautiful doing that. She is a great coach. She does a lot of coaching and has for several years. So that's the piece, because I want people to be able to come to this platform and be able to have the tools that they need in order to help them from the start to if there is ever a finish, right? So it's just reaching a goal and just taking that one little step at a time. And that's what all this is about too, taking one step at a time to reaching your goal every single day. And so that's really the excitement here, is because there's such a large spectrum that we're able to help people with, and it's taking them and helping them one step at a time. Yeah.
Totally. And my friends, if there is one thing that you can take away that will be a life changer for you today, it's this motto, this line, make every movement count. If you
Hmm.
start to get really intentional about the way that you're moving as you are walking or picking something up, or like Jenn talked about, brushing her teeth and incorporating something else, to just incorporate more movement, make every movement count. If that goes through your mind, every time you're moving, you're just
Yeah.
going to start moving through life with more intentionality. I know that for me, since I've started working on this, that's been a real game changer for me, because I am so much more intentional in how I move. When I'm going out and getting my 10,000 steps, I'm not just walking, I'm also focusing on my back muscles, because that's an area of my body that's kind of weak. So I'm focusing on my posture, my back muscles, or moving my arms in a way to just incorporate more movement. And honestly, it was
Hmm.
even before I started on the program, but just knowing that this was your, the line, make every movement count, it really started to help me in my mind. So I guess I really want to invite anybody who's interested to just fill out that form so that we can send you more information. And we're going to go just about 5 more minutes here, but I know that some of the questions that are going to come up, because let's be really real, like there's thousands of fitness programs out there. I know,
Yeah.
because I've invested in a lot of fitness programs online. And so a lot of the programs, you go to a nice platform, they have beautiful videos, and you kind of go through, and it's kind of an a la carte kind of a
Hmm.
program. What I love about this one is it's all about the lifestyle. It's all about the change, and it's step by step in an online program. So it's literally like having a personal coach next to you. We have gym workouts, we have home workouts all together for you, and within the MOVE according to what your needs are.
Yes.
So whether you're getting ready for a competition or you're working on getting off the couch,
Yep.
there is something, and it is broken down into step-by-step pieces for your needs in the convenience of an online program. So
Yeah.
that's really what makes us different.
Hmm.
Then I have the group coaching, and just the attitude, the culture, and the lifestyle component of this, as well as the very personalized touch, is what really makes us different on this.
Yeah, it really does. And just having you and I having that diverse background from all the experiences that we've been throughout our life. And basically, we're weeding through all that and handing over our tools and opening that up to other people, I think is really crucial because for one, I haven't talked about this a lot either, but I took care of and still help my mom who has had a stroke. And so, talk about mobility. That's one of the reasons why I named it Move, because the mobility piece is huge. And I was helping her just learning how to walk again and trying to help her every single day. So, there's so many different, aspects of this that is going to be just helpful to the masses, to so many people. And I'm really hoping that in all of this that they're walking away and feeling like they have just conquered everything about what they were wanting to do. Whether that be for the mindset, whether that be for the health, whether that be for the fitness competition that they're prepping for, anything like that. So I just love how there's just a full spectrum for everyone to benefit from. Yeah.
Absolutely. I want this to be the last fitness program anybody ever has to buy again. I mean, I
Yes.
know I'm kind of done spending money on programs that I don't get the results from. And
Right.
like I said, I don't want to badmouth any programs. It's a combination, but with this, we have created a program that I really think could be the very last one you ever have to buy.
Yeah. Well, we created a lifestyle movement. That's what it is. That's the creation. There's so many different programs, but there's one right now that I know of that's a lifestyle movement. So there
And
you
it's
go.
a movement lifestyle. That's what we're preaching.
There you
The
go.
lifestyle. I love it. And this is for men and for women. I just want to be really clear about this.
Yep.
It's for men, it's for women, it's for the entire spectrum of fitness. And I think you can tell that we are super excited about this. You
Yeah.
can certainly reach out, put in the comments any questions, reach out to Jenn or me and let us know. And I also just want to say one really big bonus besides a price discount for this initial elite group going through is that you will get 4 personal coaching sessions.
Yeah.
This is probably the only time we'll ever do this, but you'll get 2 with Jenn and 2 with me as part of that group included in the already discounted price. So I just wanted to make sure that we were really clear about that. And just, Jenn, I'm so excited about what we're creating together. And I just want to send you some LUV and,
right back at you, girl. All right.
Thanks so much, everyone. Make sure
Yeah.
you leave questions in the comments or direct message us. And happy Wednesday and happy holidays. It'll be 2 weeks before I see you again. So have a great holiday.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.